Hello, welcome back to another video. Today, the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed I'm riding a different bike. It's not my bike. I'm here in the Peak District today and we are test riding a Cotic Cascade, which is a steel drop bar mountain bike, I guess. It's my first time riding a modern steel bike, so it's going to be an interesting experience, and I thought I'd bring you along the way to see what I think about it and also talk about why I am test riding a steel Cotic Cascade. So let's talk about why I'm thinking about swapping my Cutthroat for a Cascade. Well, if you follow my channel, you'll have seen that my fork on my Cutthroat is currently broken. And it's kind of made me question whether carbon fibre is durable enough for bike packing. And it's also made me question the Cutthroat itself, because after going online and doing a bit of research, I found out that the issue that I'm having, I am not the only one who's had that issue. Salsa has also had a lot of manufacturing issues with their bikes, including an unrelated fork recall for the Salsa Cutthroat, and also some issues with some of their other bikes and components. So it's making me think, do I really want to trust my life to Salsa? And also the issues I'm having with the warranty, to be honest, it's made me fall out of love with the bike. So I'm out here trying the Cascade because I just think it'll be a more reliable, future-proof, long-lasting bike than the Cutthroat. If you're wondering why I've been riding on the road for the start of this video, it's intentional. I wanted to see what the bike rode like on the road, because long distance bike packing, it's inevitable that you're going to be riding on a road a little bit, and it's important for the bike to feel efficient, for me anyway. And I can tell you now, there's not a back-to-back comparison, but I've been riding the Cutthroat for a while. This bike is not as efficient on the road. It definitely handles more like a mountain bike, all round really, uphill, downhill and on the flat. It's not like exactly like riding a mountain bike on the road. It's definitely more efficient than that, but yeah, it's not Cutthroat fast. Oh, an interesting climb here. Let's see how it goes. Good. Definitely a better technical climber than the Cutthroat. This Froggett's Edge gritstone, I was amazed what it could do, to be honest. Yeah, definitely better climbing than the Cutthroat. I'd never tackle climbing up over those great big gritstone boulders on Froggett's Edge with the Cutthroat, but this handled it no problem. Time to do some descending. Oh, nearly crashed it. This thing just feels like a mountain bike riding downhill, to be honest, which is not a bad thing. Absolutely rips, even by my standards. I do have to remind myself that it's not a mountain bike though, and I've got zero suspension, but the fork feels good. I'm amazed by it, to be honest. I would 100% be walking on the Cutthroat here. I just wouldn't trust that the Cutthroat would fall apart, but this thing, it feels like a tank. It's built like a tank. It's the same colour as a tank. Yeah, this is where it really comes alive off-road. You can see this is what it's designed to do. It's not just a gravel bike. It is a drop bar mountain bike. Definitely. Ooh. And then every now and again I do that, going too fast with no suspension. I've got to try and remember this is not my bike. The reason why I think this feels more like a mountain bike than the Cutthroat does is because this is a longer bike than the Cutthroat, and it's got a shorter stem and wider bars than on the Cutthroat, so it makes it feel more like a mountain bike. Looking at the sizes, I was worried that it was going to feel like it was too big, but the shorter stem sort of alleviates that. I did have a look at, this is the small, I did have a look at the extra small, but looking at it I was thinking, oh, extra small, it's pretty much the same measurements as the Cutthroat, but with a longer stem I was thinking, yeah, that would probably be a better size for me, but actually no, I think the small is definitely the right size, and their sizing chart seems to be on point. I'm liking it, I'm just not sure, not 100% sure I want to give up on the Cutthroat yet. It's tough, I really like that bike, but I don't know, there's just something telling me it's time for a change. I am not falling in that. Right, so what's the conclusion? Conclusion is, I really like the bike. I was expecting it to be really similar to the Cutthroat, but they feel like completely different bikes, to be honest. This is definitely geared more towards the mountain biking end of the spectrum, whereas the Cutthroat, I suppose, is more of a gravel bike, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It just depends what it is you're after. and I'm not sure anymore. I really like the efficiency of the Cutthroat. On the road, this is a little bit uninspiring, a little bit slow. It feels a little bit sluggish, but I think it's designed more towards the off-road side of things. And as soon as you get off-road, it just wipes the floor with the Cutthroat. But can I sacrifice that speed on the tarmac and trade it off for being fun and capable downhill? I don't know, because a lot of the time when you do these bikepacking routes, you spend a lot of the time on the road. You want to be more efficient. Off-road technical climbing, it also wipes the floor with the Cutthroat. It's slightly slacker than the Cutthroat as well by 1 degree, but I don't know how much of a difference that really would make. So yeah, it depends what you want. It's a really good bike, I really like it. I really like the Cutthroat. If I could afford to have both, I probably would, but I need to pick one. And I think I'm gonna have to wait and see what happens with the Cutthroat warranty claim. Oh, it's been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. And I'm not convinced actually I'm going to get anything replaced. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I will. A few things that surprised me about the bike actually is I thought it was going to be heavy, but it doesn't feel heavy when you pick it up compared to the Cutthroat. It's obviously slightly heavier, but not massively noticeably so. The steel fork doesn't feel harsh. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit more harsh than a carbon fork, but I'm not actually sure it is, to be honest. I think they're probably very similar. It'd be interesting to try this bike with the Cutthroat carbon fork on it, one that's not falling apart, and also to try it with suspension fork, which you can easily swap that out for. Although I think the suspension fork would just make it even more like a mountain bike, and it wouldn't be for me, not for my riding anyway. Other things that surprised me, yeah, that steel ride feel was, I wasn't expecting it to feel so nice, and yeah, it just feels really nice and comfortable. It gets rid of all those small vibrations. Yeah, I mean, I just really liked it. So I'm going to head back to the Cotic HQ, hand the bike back, and they're probably going to maybe try and get me to purchase a frame. I don't think I'm going to do it today. It wouldn't be very sensible of me. They're really good at the Cotic HQ actually, so if you're interested in any of their bikes, they've got all the sizes of bikes for you to go and demo, and you can take them wherever you want really. However, you are a little bit time limited because they don't open until 10 o'clock, and then I think they finish at 3 o'clock, which is nice hours if you can get it. So I've got to get back in time. What do you think I should do? Should I stick with the Cutthroat? Maybe I should just put a suspension fork on the Cutthroat, but then does that ruin the Cutthroat and what I like about the Cutthroat? Maybe I'm not going to buy a carbon fork from Salsa because I don't want to give them any more of my money after the way they've been treating me. Just out of principle really. I suppose I'm making my life difficult by being like that, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about Salsa anymore, which is a shame because I really love that bike. And yeah, you let me know what you think. Tell me about your experiences of steel bikes. Do you like the way they ride? Do you think the whole steel is real, that it's comfortable is true or a myth? Have you got any experiences with Salsa bikes or even Cotic bikes? Let me know, and I will see you on the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful if you're looking at the Cutthroat or the Cotic Cascade. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please subscribe. I really need more subscribers if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment and I'll respond to all of my comments because I don't get that many, so it's pretty easy for me to respond. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Right, a little bit of a traffic jam. Hello. You coming through? Never quite trust them, although they're usually quite friendly.